Spade Slick, rematerialized. That doesn't make any sense, you never would anywhere. Dad realizes there's a cost to settling the score with you in this way. The cost is having to live in a desert amidst the ruins of a dead civilization for the rest of her life. She thinks that's stupid, so she pulls your pin. Spade Slick, hope the green woman live up to her name. Spade Slick, take Voodoo Doll. You grab a Voodoo Doll and stick a pin in there for good measure. Might as well keep track of everyone you've offed this way too. Not that you intend to abuse his power to settle your score. What's the point if you're not going to get your hands dirty? Still, it might come in handy down the road. Lady English is supposedly indestructible. She's rumored to be killable only through a number of glitches and exploits in space-time. The doll may ultimately help you work the system if it comes to that. Spade Slick, clocks, destroy them. 29 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed. 5 out of 15 green torsos dead.
Diamondstroke. Follow Blood Trail downstairs and finish her off. Problem with that is, she'll just see your future trail following her, and that'll be nothing but a loud invitation for her to mess with you some more. Besides, better to leave her alive. You think you know where she'll lead you to. Just gotta be a little more subtle about tracing her blood trail. Keep your future trail out of her line of sight.
Spade Slick, return to being Heart's boxcar.
Spade Slick cannot return to being Heart's boxcars because obviously Diamondstroke is too being beating Club's Deuce. You just watched Chartreuse throw a punch in thin air for some reason. That guy's awfully silly. She then skulks off somewhere. You don't realize she's following Duke's past trails throughout the mansion until she gets to the point where it intersects with your trail, at which the point she'll start following you. But we all realize it because it's obvious and it's possibly more clear. Club's Deuce. Implement a nefarious scheme. You follow Droog's simple instructions so you don't forgive a nincompoop like you can remember. There is a blood trail on the floor that goes in every direction and tracement. You decide to follow it because that sounds like a really good idea to you. If there was something you were supposed to do after helping out Droog, you'll be damned if you remember what it was. Trace catches up to where you were, but you're gone already. All she sees is the long, gross, rubbery arm of your past trail stretching through the room. She finds her comrade tied up in the stretchy rubber arms of a small man, but there's nothing grosser and unpalatable about that in the least. Doze unslows herself and begins mumbling something feverishly about her hat. Seven out of 15 green torsos dead. 107 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed. Ben makes her way through the mansion to get some help. She wonders where this little gal is going. Deuce's future trail is headed in the same direction she's headed by sheer coincidence. Ben decides to follow her for a bit, keep an eye on her. For as long as Deuce's path matches hers, that is. There's pretty much no chance she's headed to the same place, though. That would be statistically improbable. She's got no idea these other goons are up to her. Funny, their future trails end up here. She's not going to stick around long enough to find out why. She's been too woozy from the blood loss to sort of off this mess anyways. Club's Deuce. Follow the red flood road. It's uncanny this gal's matching Finn's route every step of the way. She must know something Finn decides she's got to take her out. But you can't get a clear shot. Too dizzy, and with that C4 under Deuce's hat, firing would be a really bad idea. My god, she's thought of everything. Clearly dealing with a criminal mastermind here, you stop to admire this gorgeous clock. It is so pretty. Too bad it's not ticking like so many other clocks in this place. Not that you can blame them. There are so many clocks in this mansion, it would obviously be impractical to make sure they all work properly. Oh look, a trail of blood. You think you'll start following it. Heart's boxcars waste exactly 4 hours on this tomfoolery. You hate time travel, 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 you hate time travel. Above, a spectator has appeared at the strike of 4 and has been giggling at your foolishness for a number of minutes. Clover would have been tickled to help you open this vault at the cost of entering fee for clever time riddles, needless to say. If only you thought to sneak her help first, rather than charge you like a silly brute you are into the deadly trap of stable and not so stable time loops. Mostly unstable. Really, these guys are way too dumb to maintain even elementary looping stability for more than a couple iterations. If you weren't so preoccupied, Clover could tell you that you could use Crowbar itself to pry anything out of a time loop, stable or otherwise. if you weren't so preoccupied, and if she weren't so dead. Stitch mutters to herself in her shop. She guesses eggs and biscuits are roughhousing again. Because the fabric of space-time is tearing something fierce on Lady English's Caro overcoat, this sort of thing is exactly why she keeps a backup coat, and always leaves Stitch with one of them. Any gang does well to have an in-house doctor on hand, but if you deal in time travel, you better have a goddamn good trailer too. Hearts boxcars, called Spades for backup. Get your scrawny ass to the vault. It's goddamn bedlam down here. I asked Deuce for backup, but surprise, surprise, she's nowhere to be found. Big surprise. That was sarcasm.
I know, I'll be right there. I'll see if I can round up Droog for support.
Juice is tailing Finn while I'm tailing Juice. I'll be there to help out boxcars as soon as me and Juice take care of business with Stitch. Couldn't be simpler. Oh yeah, also I pumped Finn full of lead so you can cross her off the list.
Roger. Finn busts into Stitch's workshop blubbering something about watching out for the little lady who's about to come in here. She says to watch out because she's got a bomb on her head which is undoubtedly quite volatile, and even the slightest spark would surely set it off. Stitch sees Finn's obviously in pretty bad shape and checks the effigy. Sure enough, the thing's in tatters, but she should be just fine if it can be patched up before she bleeds to death. 8 out of 15 green torsos dead.
Clubs Deuce! Burston's thrusting bull penis cane. Everybody out of the goddamn way. I got a hat full of bomb, a fistful of penis, and a head full empty. Stitch says drop the livestock knob or settle the hell down. You do realize C4 is a stable explosive and won't detonate with gunfire, right? Oh.
Diamonds Droog. Sneak into Stitch's boutique. Drop it and get in. Don't bleed on the suits. Stitch says, huh? You admit the thought of carrying an imprisoned tailor wherever you go is gratifying for personal reasons. But in this case, keeping her alive should be useful in dealing with English later.
Hot boxcars. Prod idiots with red cheeks. This particularly accomplished nothing. Taking your smut out of hiding turned out to be a very bad idea. Now copies from the future are appearing left and right, and these clowns have their paws all over it. Slick, where the hell are you?
Spade Slick, remove Crowbar's pin. Crowbar's alive again, and a whole bunch of other stuff is different. You forgot this gang almost seems halfway competent when she's running the show. The good news is you get a killer again. Spade Slick, insert and quickly remove Snowman's pin. You have no idea how much you liked it, but even you're not that crazy. Still, kinda tempted.
Hold still, Slick. Something in your eye.
Everyone always sees his gunplay when Snowman's around. If you kill him, you destroy the universe. Spade Slick, remove knife from eye. It's not a knife, it's Snowman's pipe. All you know is he's gonna have a hell of a time getting it back. Spade Slick, give it a sawbuck. You check the lance of sawbuck, but of course it's only a flesh wound. Seems like that's the only sort of wound you can ever inflict on the corpulent Lumarks. Consequently, you and she both jump to a random point in the timeline. This looks to be in the recent past, when Stitch and Crowbar were setting up the crates for the imminent gunfight, which was very thoughtful of them. Your goons should be showing up any minute with the heavy fighting power. For now, you got the drop on everybody. Spade Slick, kill something out of rage and frustration. Stitch gets the business end of your saber rattle. She's dead. In this timeline, at least. Spade Slick, bring knives to gunfight. Where do you think you're going, fatty? You deal with her in a minute. You whip out your double-edged sword and Occam's razor. Spade Slick, Occam's razor, Crowbar's head. Make it happen. Crowbar deflects the King of Spades into Sawbuck's unmissable carriage. You jump far into the past. Years in the past. which is to say the present for the time being. A scurrilous straggler as impromptu desert skirmish. She dismisses them as a bunch of ill-mannered rogues warranting no further investigation, although she gives a small nod of approval to the plain and serviceable hat worn by one of the combatants, which strikes her as an absolutely smashing display of good fashion. Spade Slick, hit crowbar in the head. You can't kill her yet. You need her alive to return to the original timeline. You will be taking that crowbar, though. Spade Slick, stuff in your deck of cards. You cram her in the war chest. Sawbuck you need to keep alive too for the moment, not to return to the right timeline by the right time. Speaking of which, where's Tubby think she's wandering off to? Spade Slick, just go stab Sawbuck into the time shenanigans stop. You treat her to the old bait and switchblade. You appear in the future. He guesses after the gunfight is over. The gunfight that never took place since you killed/kidnapped everyone who was supposed to be involved. Looks like only Boxcars is here. Spade Slick, carry Sawbuck like Titan Alice would carry the world. You order Haas to drop her tub in the double before this fat lot puts you in a wheelchair. If you take Sawbuck back to your own time and kill her there, that should save you the trouble of hunting her down. Might as well take Stitch too. Maybe. You're not really sure if that's how it works. You don't really care though. You dump them in the wrath tub and stick the tub in your own deck of cards. But you give Boxcars back a sort of literature, which he'd carelessly left in plain sight. No one will ever catch you leaving your smell around. And even if you did, that copy of Terry Fancy magazine could belong to anybody. No one can prove nothing. Spade Slick, stick Crowbar's pin back in again. You go back to your original timeline, but now stuffed in your chest you got a live Crowbar from another timeline, brought to the timeline where she's supposed to be dead. So you guess now she's alive in this timeline, which is in part defined by her death? Okay, whatever. You should probably just kill her again anyway. Also, Sawbuck from another timeline is in there too. So you guess now there are 2 Sawbucks? This is getting kind of dumb. You open the chest, releasing them both. Crowbar doesn't look too pleased. You deflect a gunfire into the awesome gravitational pull of Sawbuck's astonishing girth. Everybody into the past! You dodge her next round too. It seems Sawbuck from this timeline, i.e. the real Sawbuck, was in this room at this point in time. She and Crowbar exchange bullets. Off they go. They know they're going to spend the rest of their ammunition peppering each other throughout the timeline, destroying all these clocks in the process between now and the present. You guess that explains the mess when you got here. Thank God you figured that out. You'd have surely lost sleep over it. 20 out of 107 clocks redestroyed. For the first time. Eventually. You know what? Never mind. Spade Slick, take a moment to think up some time-based one-liners. Okay, you think you got one. Time travel sure can be a double-edged sword. Wait, that was awful. Really, really bad. You're sure you can do better than that? Let's see. Sorry to... No. Time's running... No, wait. Fuck. You ask yourself from the past for a little help. Time's... Something about time. Time being up. No, wait. How about some kind of clock pun? No, damn it, will you just listen? You were almost onto something. Time is... Screw this. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Oh, and just what does this quivering man of blubber think she's up to? Spade Slick, stab first, utter puns later. Just as you hear your past self asking what happened to your eye, you jab Sawbuck with your butterfly effect knife. You remember a little while ago asking yourself about your eye and not giving yourself an answer just before disappearing. Maybe if you stopped and thought about it for a second, you could have warned yourself and avoided the whole mess, albeit in the process of creating a paradox. But your strict policy of stabbing first and answering questions later prevented it. You're sure your past self understood. You're sure of this because you very clearly remember understanding/understooding. You are now past Spade Slick. Again. You were just about to pull Crowbar's pin. You guess all that stuff with your future self and Sawbuck originally happened in this room while we were all off watching someone else, like Diamond's Droog or something. That makes sense. Past Spade Slick, remove Crowbar's pin. A whole bunch of shit happens we already saw. Past Spade Slick, be future Spade Slick. Being your future self is a lot more constructive because you get to do stuff you haven't already done. Looks like you're in the future. It's a bloody mess in here. The clocks are more bullet-riddle than ever. And it seems Crowbar and both Sawbucks have been decapitated. You're almost certain this is something you will be or already responsible for, which of course means more time traveling. Looks like the tub and chest are gone, which means future you must have packed up and left already. Gotta take note of these sort of things so you know where you are in the timeline. You notice something on the wall over there. One of the clocks that wasn't destroyed before is now bloodied and full of holes. Not especially noteworthy, you just have a feeling you should register this fact. 108 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed. Spade Slick, quickly remove Lance from Sawbuck. You pry the pipe from her torso. Whoops, another time jump. This tub of goo keeps going for a gun. Wide body's gotta settle a big ass down. You really shouldn't capitate her without inflicting another wound. Spade Slick, knock Sawbuck unconscious. Count some sheep, bitch! Wait. The clock on the wall. It hasn't been destroyed yet, but it's about to be. It's ticking down to the time it's stuck on in the future. Maybe if you time it just right, you can end this whole mess in one fell slice. You even got an ice-cold one-liner to dish out when the time comes. You've been working pretty hard on it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hate to cut and... Wait, no, not yet. Wait for it. Hate to... No, wait. Hate to cut and... Damn it, not yet. Hate to cut and run. Shit. Hate to chop all your heads off with this sword. Real sorry about that. My bad. You slay them all with your rapier wit. 9 out of 15 green torsos dead. 2 out of 9 green torsos dead and twice. 1 out of 15 green torsos dead for the first time, but it's an alternative universe torso, so you guess maybe it doesn't count. 7 out of 108 clocks graciously redestroyed. You grab the tub and chest and move on. That is altogether enough of this nonsense.
Diamondsdroog. Call spades. You check up on Slick's status.
I killed Crowbar again, Sawbuck twice, and Stitch once.
Was it an alternate timeline, Stitch?
I guess so.
And that doesn't count. I've got the real one here.
God damn it. Fucking bullshit.
Never mind. Hurry down and meet me at the vault.
Took some damage from Snowman.
I know. I'm having some effigies made of ourselves with our backup hats. Juice brought you a crumpled backup hat, which she wound up with somehow. Not sure what happened to hers. Boxcars is obviously tied up at the moment, so I can't get my hands on it yet.
I got both our hats. I'll be down ASAP.
Alright.
In the meantime, see what you can do about this arm.
Diamondsdroog. Have Stitch patch up Spade's effigy. Get to work, Thread Monkey.
Spade Slick, I brought our patched up. Damn it! Your spray was flipped the wrong way. You get diamonds on the radio. Undo it and wait till I get turned around.
It's the right eye, right? Were you facing left or right?
It's only right when facing left. It's a left eye when facing right.
Oh, so it's the left-right eye.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. I'll turn around so it's right-left.
Okay, I'll wait.
That's better. Spade Slick, arm yourself in case Can shows up. If Can shows up, none of these weapons you got are gonna do any good. You admire the lance for a moment. It's a pretty sweet weapon with outstanding craftsmanship. At least you got something out of the eye gouging. You have to pry this thing from your rigid severed arm if he wants it back. Spade Slick, ride around on horse hitcher pretending to joust. Yee-haw! Oh shit. You can't believe he saw you horsing around like that. You will never live this down.
Diamondsdroog. Shoot up Biscuit and Egg's effigies. Stitch keeps their effigies in a big warehouse several miles away because of their ridiculous duplication tendencies. You're sure as hell not gonna drive all the way over there, so you just shoot at them in person. This was such an unbelievably terrible idea.
Charge! This is incredibly delirious business. Spade Slick, start whacking things with the crowbar. The first thing you whack is Egg's egg timer. You do this because of course you know the crowbar's crowbar will destroy any temporal artifact and completely negate its effect on the timer.
Hearts boxcars, attempt to eat eggs. Your attempt was an overwhelming success. Biscuits is looking a tad snug in her muffin tray. She thinks it's about time to poke a brooch on this battle. Her dough will live to rise another day. See you in the future, suckers!
Spade Slick, crowbar, biscuits oven, make it happen. You deal the oven a wicked flogging, but not much happens. The oven doesn't really have any magical time properties to be negated. It just travels into the future at a rate of 1 second per second, like everyone else.
Club's Deuce, put dynamite in oven. You set the bomb to go off in a few seconds. When put it and biscuits are released from it in a few hours. Club's Deuce, turn up heat on biscuits oven. You're pretty sure this oven doesn't actually work at all? You just wheel it off somewhere else in the mansion so it can explode in peace. 12 out of 15 green torsos dead. Probably some more clocks destroyed too.
Spade Slick, use crowbar to pry the safe open. Since your expert safecracker apparently spent the last 5 or 6 hours being totally useless down here, you figure it's time to take things into your own hands. Huh? What's this little lady all worked up about? Clover insists that you reconsider. Using that to prop in the vault would be ever so much bad luck. Like breaking 1,000 mirrors all at once. The sort of mirrors that tick and add numbers and tell time and stuff. That is the worst kind of mirror to break, luck-wise. Spade Slick, politely asks Clover to remain calm. She refuses outright, starts doing a really frisky jig. Doody doody doo dee doo doo dee doo dee doo. She begins spinning a fanciful series of riddles, illuminating the true path to opening the vault. Mysterious music fills your ears as your mind assumes the shape of a pretzel. Doody 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 dee doody doody doo dee doody doody doo dee doody doody doo. This is how the music would sound if we were listening to it right now.
Diamondsdroog, ask Clover for the ultimate riddle. You ask Clover to open the safe.
What's this? Hee. You think you can shoot Clover? She is so lucky the gun will probably jam or something predictable like that. Nice try, though.
You just start whacking her with a newspaper instead. You don't have to be all that unlucky to get whacked around with a newspaper. It's sort of a grey area. Diamondsdroog, check personal ads a periodical. This isn't a real newspaper. It's just a wrapper for your private sordid literature, which no one can ever see. Uh-oh, it's slipping out a bit. Your appetite for monochrome men is nearly on public display. Gotta keep a lid on that smut, especially with Clover around. Suddenly the whole vault room is shaken. You wonder what it could be. It sounds suspiciously like Cans is about to plow through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style. You pray to God that it is not Cans about to plow through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style. All of a sudden, Cans plows through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style. Diamondsdroog, resist urge to shout, "Oh yeah!" Oh no! She punches you in the next week. You find yourself going about your business a week later. Looks like you were doing a little grocery shopping? You're a bit confused, having no memory of the previous week. You have no idea what's on your grocery list. Are you out of milk? What kind of produce do you need to stock up on? It is all a little overwhelming. And to make things worse, the selection has too many prices and values.
Hearts boxcars. Use Egg's body as bait for Cans. You flail the torso of Cans bird in an attempt to place her with the red meat. It doesn't work! Cans clocks boxcars entirely out the current calendar year. You land in a totally different outdated calendar. Looks like one's theme that's spirited horses. You up to your ass in horses for a year. Just great. This is what you need to be doing. Farming all these goddamn horses. Fucking pain in the ass.
Spade Slick, ignore her and just pry the safe open. You don't care what the consequences are. You're gonna crack open the safe and be done with it. This whole intermission was starting to get a little punchy anyway. The massive release of temporal distortion from the vault transports you to a highly unfavorable timeline. Looks like the entire mansion was leveled, except for the vault and its enclosure. Everyone's dead except for you and you-know-who. But at least the safe's open. 1,000 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed, 14 out of 15 green torsos dead, 3 out of 4 black scofflaws locked. Spade Slick, enter the vault. There's nothing in here except an opening on the floor. There's a door with a keyhole and you have a feeling you know how to open it. You only wonder why English's treasure would be locked behind a door with a spade on it. Spade Slick, dramatically use the spade key. He guesses what the spade key was for all this time. You dramatically wield the spade key in a matter-of-fact manner. Spade Slick, peek inside keyhole. What keyhole? It's clearly a barcode scanner all along, like the kind that sweep groceries over at supermarkets. That reminds you should really do some shopping next week. You're not gonna peek inside because the lasers could blind you in one eye. Oh wait! Spade Slick, use rules card for blackjack. This is never a problem because it's clearly a barcode printed on your rules card for blackjack, as well as your arm, but there's nothing wrong with the redundancy, I guess. Huh? Oh, are you looking for this? Well, come and get it, you contemptuous bastard. Snowman's black inches no doubt have been responsible for more than a few red cheeks. Spade Slick, flip your spade, scan the barcode. This chick again? Been a long time. Hey kid, yeah, you.